Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another edition of the Hollywoodbets Super League. This time round, we've been hosted in Mpumalanga here in KZN, the Mpumalanga Stadium rather, here in KZN, right in the heart of Hammersdale. We see Ezemvelo Women's FC going toe-to-toe against a TUT here in the Superrise division of the Hollywoodbets Super League. Two sides that find themselves on two very different sides of the league. TUT FC in a third position at the moment after their four game. They've managed to get two wins, notably against Ramatlautle ladies, a 2-1 last week, and of course in their opening fixture of the season managing to bag that 2-0 against the City Lads. Losses against UJFC and of course a draw to the First Touch ladies. On the other side is Ezemvelo Women FC. They'll be looking for their first official victory of this campaign. Of course, managing to collect 3 points and 2 goals against the University of Fort Hare in last week's forfeited game. Otherwise, it's been 3 defeats for the ladies from Umlazi. Notably 2-1 against a very strong JVW side, managing to go down tightly 2-1 against Ramatlautle ladies, and UJ managing to collect 3 points off this side. But it's a new week, it's a new festival. 8 games as 16 sides go toe-to-toe for the honors of the champions of the Hollywoodbets Super League. As I mentioned, this one in KZN. Of course, all fixtures held centrally across the course of the season. This one in KZN, as we have a little look at the Ezemvelo woman. Of course, players to look out for. Amanda Mkiza, she managed to bag 5 goals in her 23 games in last year's competition. Slindile Ngubani, the number 14, is going to be so important for the side in the middle of the park. She's managed to get herself 4 goals in last year's competition. She'll be the general in the middle of the field. Sipesihle Mvela, who got 4 goals in last year's competition, she'll be charging down that left-hand side and really creating some problems, looking to cut in and make sure her team gets towards the goals. Zintle Ndwalane, the captain as well as goalkeeper, managing to keep 10 clean sheets in last year's competition, will be looking to do much the same. The TUT side, of course, are led by defender Esther Ndo, the number 15, who has already got herself onto the scoreboard in this year's competition, will be looking to maintain a clean sheet. Sibongile Ntwani, the number 6, will be looking to be the general in today's fixture. And a change inside the sticks. Mbali Ndlovu makes her way into the goalkeeper's position, of course, replacing Ntambose Chabuko, the goalkeeper of last season, who managed to maintain 7 clean sheets in her 21 games. She's got 1 already in the first 4 games of this competition, but a fresh face inside the goals for TUT, and they'll be looking, of course, for a clean sheet in this game. A little bit of form for these two sides in this competition. TUT already 4 games, 2 losses, 2 wins rather, 1 loss, 1 draw. 7 goals they've managed to score, but 6 goals they have conceded. 7 points as they sit third on the Superrise division of the Hollywoodbets Super League. Ezemvelo women, 4 games, 1 victory, of course, that forfeited game against the University of Fort Hare last week. 3 losses, 4 goals scored, of course. 2 goals attributed to last week's forfeit and 6 goals against. As we get things underway, playing from right to left on your screens in the traditional red kit will be the ladies from TUT, and of course from left to right in the all green will be the ladies from Umlazi Ezemvelo women. It's going to be an important start to this game. Of course, the TUT ladies having a little bit of trouble with traffic as well as transportation. So their warm-up will definitely consist of the first 15 minutes of this game. The Ezemvelo women would have had a decent chance to really get themselves going, as Ndlovu makes her first start of this campaign. Of course, normally in goals, we've got Ntambose Chabaku, who will come off the bench today if she even manages to get onto the park. That's the number 16 for TUTFC. 10 clean sheets in last year's competition in her 30 games. Really experienced campaigner is Chabaku. As TUT look to try and get themselves outside of their half. Of course, they'll need to get warm. They'll need to really get going in this game. Ezemvelo have had plenty of time to warm the legs up as Ngobane links up nicely at the front there with Akone Mkize, not to be confused with Amanda Mkize, who will be playing down that left-hand channel in the number 3. Akona wearing the number 17 jersey down this right-hand side. Good touch that time round by Nkadimeng. They just need to hold on to the ball as they look to get the legs warm. They would have had their team talk prior to today as Ntwane slides through the defenses, and a really experienced campaigner is Sibongile Ntwane. The number 6 will be looking to make a difference in the middle of the park, of course. 1 goal this season already. We'll be looking to add a few more to her tally. Goal scorers in the TUT side. Guguletu Mabitsela, the number 9, as well as Nombuso Malase, the number 7. Eston Doe has managed to get herself a goal. Sibongile Ntwane, as well as Mamo Khatsi Senyati. 1 goal apiece for their top 5 scorers. Will be interesting to see what the decision is. They decide to go short. Opportunity now, a little bit of a loose ball. Takes the shot. And have a look at that for a stunner. A team that arrived about 15 minutes ago manages to get a goal through Malase. Puts it into the top right corner. Let's have a little look at this. This is a training ground move. Deciding to go short. It's a lovely touch. Nombuso Malase pops one into the top right corner, and there's absolutely nothing Zintle Ndwalane, the captain of Ezemvelo women, could do about that one. What a way to start the game. 1-0 ago, the ladies are from Tshwane. 3 minutes into this game. And a team that arrived late, they didn't even have a chance to get the warm-up going, have managed to get themselves in front. Of course, they do sit 3rd on the table at the moment. And they're showing exactly why they are sitting in that position. Brilliant start here by the Tshwane University of Technology. Of course, a side that managed to come 2nd in the 2021 competition, 3rd in 2022. Unfortunately, 23 and 24 were not their greatest years, and a 6th place finish last year as they try to get back to their glory days. Well, with strikes like that from Nombusa Malesa, they may well be on their way back to the top. Beautiful start here. That's exactly what they needed. Just starting to move those legs around, get those legs nice and warm. And Malase manages to pop one into the top right corner. Nombuso Malesa. Lovely strike there from the number 7. Can they add a couple more here to the scoreboard? They'll be looking to take some goals back to Pretoria. Of course, 7 goals in this competition. Let's have a little look at the strike. It started off with a training ground move. Nkadimeng puts one into a good area. Managed to put it onto her strong foot, does Malesa. And a brilliant strike there into the top right-hand corner. Just gives Zintle Ndwalane absolutely no chance. As they go in search for their second TUT. 6 in the 18 area. Pops one, a little bit too close to the goalkeeper this time, who makes absolutely sure as Ngobane pops one upfield, just looking for the connection with Anela Douglas as TUT keep looking for that charge forward. It's a brilliant start here from the side from Pretoria. They had logistics issues getting to the grounds, but you wouldn't say so judging from that start. Trying to get back into the game. Lovely ball, unfortunately that time picked out by Ngube. Good touch, brings it under control. They decide to start again here, do TUT, as Mbali Ndlovu gets onto the end of this one. Needs to be careful here, just playing with a bit of fire. And you can see the skipper Estendo taking over at the back. Lovely work as they just try and find gaps in the middle of the park. Nkadimeng charging forward now, or TUT. They've got a good opportunity with 3 in the area. It's a lovely ball to the back post. Unfortunately, just unable to bring that one under control is Ntwane. Uses her strength, just trying to dispossess. Look at that for a turn. On her way she goes. Ngobani that time round, just trying to lose her defender. It was Akona Mkize rather. No. Back to Ndlovu, who's being put under a bit of pressure here by Ngobani. Just trying to find gaps in the middle of the park. It's a good turn there, but unfortunately not quite managing to regain possession as Ndlovu. You can see just slowing the play down. They would have got warm now in the first 8 minutes of this game. They'll be looking to turn on the heat here, all the Matantansa ladies. No. Has a look up, experienced campaigner is the skipper. That's a lovely ball. Just threading that one through to Ngube. Cuts back onto the right foot, decides to start again, doesn't Ngube. That time round, just going all the way back to goal scorer Malesa. Malesa, that time, decides to have a strike, but doesn't quite get the shoelaces onto the end of that one. As you can hear, truly South African sound, the Hardy-Dars in the background, making themselves known here in Hammersdale. No, just trying to find a little bit of space. She was put under a bit of pressure, the skipper. She needs some red shirts. Plenty of space there for Njolo. Dispossessed as Ezemvelo now look to go forward through Ngobani. Out now to Akona, to Akona Mkize. That one a little bit loose in the 18 area. What can they do about it? A lovely tackle being put in there. They would have had their hearts in their mouths, would TUT on that occasion, as Ezemvelo try and work their way back into this game. A chance now for the ladies in green from Mlazi. To try and get themselves back into this game. Still looking for their first official win of the season. Lovely ball onto the back post. They get high. But it's a good head that time that manages to clear the lines of danger. Well, Ezemvelo woman not too far away from home. Here in KZN, of course. Good touch. Villa that time just trying to maneuver her way around the outside of the defenses of TUT. Villa. Got to be careful not to lose the ball in that position. They don't have too many bodies behind it. And TUT will be looking to launch the counter-attack. Just trying to get the touch forward there. And Ezemvelo woman moving forward slowly here, trying to apply some pressure. As they keep going, a foul awarded to the KZN side. You can just hear Villa screaming in anguish. It's going to be important for them here to get it into a good position. Four in the 18 area, looking to get ahead onto the end of it. Can they test out Mbali Ndlovu? Decides to take the shot, and Ndlovu doesn't have to do too much on this time. As TUT get back into their shape. Just having a look around Ngube. Trying to find some red shirts. It's well defended there as it goes to Mhlongo. Can't quite find a teammate on that occasion. Gadimeng. Controlling the midfield nicely. They're not scared to go back and try find a second option, or the TUT ladies. As this one popped over the top, but well defended once again. Just trying to find a little bit of space this time around. Does Akona Mkize. But unfortunately that one just given away in Ngube. All the way back to Njolo. Lovely touch there. That's beautiful football. And Njolo just gets caught. And there might be our first yellow card of the day. And that's exactly what it is, says the referee. Just have a look here. Njolo making really good runs into the middle of the park. And just here she gets clipped. And gets her first yellow card of the game. They're going to have to be careful. It's in a really good position, this as well. Looks like Fati who's going to line one up, and Fati puts it onto the near post, and unfortunately just the wrong side. Gilebohile Fati just unable to get this onto the right-hand side of that left upright. You can see it's got a decent amount of pace. But it's fair to say that Captain Ndwalani would have probably had that under control. As Ezemvelo FC looking to get forward. There's a little bit of space on here for Silindi Lengobani. Good touch there from goal scorer Malesa. And offside is the call from the assistant referee on the far side. A little bit of frustration from TUT, but they've just got to hold back that little bit more on the run. They've got the pace up front through Mabitsela Mfati as well as Malesa. They've got to back themselves, do the front three of TUT to just get in behind the defenses. Looking to punt this upfield. It's well dealt with at the back. They send it all the way back, and game of ping pong in the air at the moment as TUT just give that one away. They need to be careful in the middle of the park, not to allow Ezemvelo women to get back into this game. Opportunity, takes the shot from range, but unfortunately doesn't quite have the pace and power behind it, nor the direction. Just have a little look at this. It's a long way out, deciding to go back, lining it up from about 40 yards, but just doesn't have the accuracy or the power to worry goalkeeper Mbali Ndlovu, who currently is looking to maintain her first clean sheet of the season. Lovely work, and Njolo in the middle of the park doing well. Now managing to get it out to goal scorer Malesa. Big collision in the middle of the park, but Sengwa comes out the better, but TUT now on the ball. Thought that they had a corner there, but the referee just pointing to the goal kick spot there. Amahle Sengwa fighting for that one in the back of the park, trying to make sure she keeps her side in the game as Nkadimeng marshalling the midfield at the moment, trying to find some go forward ball, but unfortunate not to get some. Just trying to find a little bit of space, and Flongo on the ball this time round. The foul's given against her. See, a little bit confused as the number 4. She's not happy about that decision. As TUT look to carry on moving forward. Ball into a dangerous space gets dealt with, and possibility of the counter-attack just taken away there. Mashishi gets on to the end of that one. Well, the medics will make their way onto the park. It seems to be a head injury here on the far side. And of course, in the Hollywoodbets Super League, important to note that all games can be found live on the SABC Plus app and, of course, the Hollywoodbets YouTube pages. We have a little look at the replay here. This is the goal there. Lovely little touch into a dangerous space. Malesa manages to put that onto the right boots, and she would have trained that all week long, putting that into the top corner of the net, giving the goalkeeper absolutely no chance. And, of course, getting her first goal of the game. And as I was mentioning, all games are live on the SABC Plus app, as well as the Hollywoodbets YouTube page. If you're watching on the Hollywoodbets Super League YouTube page, interact with us in the comments. So far, it's just Optimal Striker who says, let's go. Wonder who they are supporting for this game, as shoulder-to-shoulder tackle is given on the far side, but the referee deciding that a foul was committed on that occasion. In a really good space, this. Might have to get the medics onto the park. You can see the signal there from the referee. Of course, big thanks to our production brought to you by PlayStream Network. Play analytics provided by AI Sport Africa. SAFA has taken steps to fully professionalize the league and assist our Banyana coaches and ladies prepare for upcoming tournaments. Of course, WAFCON not too far away. Preparations for WAFCON will start immediately after this festival week. Of course, it is week 5 here in the Hollywoodbets Super League. Preparing for WAFCON will Banyana. That one put into a dangerous area on the far post. It goes up. A little bit loose at the moment, and unfortunately not quite able to find a teammate in a green shirt as Ndlovu clears the lines, gets it upfield, and good opportunity there for Nkadimeng, looking to link up with goal scorer Malesa. They want to get their second goal of the game here, do TUT, and try and just create that gap between the two sides. Nkadimeng trying to control the midfield at the moment, just holding that number 6 position. A little bit of a tussle here as Ngube. Captain Doe finds Ngube. Just trying to put touches together. It's Ntwane that's lost out on that time round as Ngubane just trying to charge forward, takes the shot on. But once again, direction just letting them down that time round. Good start to the game. A goal in the first 6 minutes there from Nombuso Malesa. Manages to get TUT into a comfortable position. They've got the 1-0 lead at the moment, and they look like all 3 points are theirs. But of course, still plenty of football to be played in this game. There we go, optimal striker. Come on, TUT, supporting the Matsantsanza ladies, of course, from the capital of Tshwane. Puts it on the chest there, doesn't Ngube. Just trying to get that one a little bit higher. Nele Douglas putting on the chase, but not quite managing as Ntwane. Bit of a heavy touch, but does really well to try and get the ball back. Big tackle being put in that time round by Ngube. Anela Douglas can be a real problem for defenders at the best of times, and she managed to score herself 3 goals in last year's competition in her 24 games. We'll be looking to get a little bit more this time round as Ngobane. Yenzegutle Ngobane on this side. Of course, Slindile Ngobane wearing the number 4. Yenzegutle with the number 33 jersey. Good touch there from Mhlongo. Fighting hard against Ntwane. It's a good battle there between the two central defensive midfielders. Ngobane just trying to fight their way back into this game. Yenzegutle Ngobane. Lovely touch into the 18 area. They're starting to get a couple of passes together. But offside is the call there from the assistant referee on the near side. Just starting to look good here, Ezemvelo woman. Putting a couple of passes together. Mkize linking up there with Douglas, who links up with Ngobane, who unfortunately is just a little bit too far ahead. But good warning signs here from the side from Mlazi. Of course, the second year in the Hollywoodbets Super League here for Ezemvelo women. They managed to win the SASO League in 2024, which gained them promotion into the competition. They came 11th in last year's competition! Then have a look at that. They managed to get themselves another. That's exactly what they need at TUT. A lapse in concentration there for Ezemvelo. And TUT make them pay. Dwani with the pass. Malesa, who's managed to get herself into a good position. Wearing the jersey number 7, looks like a true number 9. Does Nombuso Malesa, who bags her second of this game. And indeed bags her third of the competition. A striker, if ever I've seen one. Nombuso Malesa. It's a beautiful through ball there from Sibongile Ntwane. And that's what you want to see, a team that arrived late to the ground. Now they're starting to warm up. They're sitting third on the Super Eyes division of this competition so far. And they're charging forward. Brilliant. Just brilliant. And now they want some more. Mabitsela finds Malesa, who's Malesa currently on a hat-trick. You can see her on the left-hand side of the field. She'll be asking Coach Aradebe not to take her off the park. She's ready to go as the shot comes off there from Douglas. A little bit hopeful there from the center striker. Mashish. More than happy to escort that one out. Injury on this near side means that we'll have a little bit of a break and play, a little bit of an opportunity. Opportunity here for both teams just to regain some composure. Analyze the game. Of course, Ezemvelo will be trying to get back into this one. And let's have a little look at this. It's Ntwane's ball there. Brilliant work. Gets it into a good position. And that link up, absolutely brilliant. It looks like Mabitsela there, who managed to just get that touch out to Malesa, who makes no mistakes. Zintle Ndwalane rather, trying to make herself as big as possible. But just unable to do so. Brilliant work here from the ladies from the capital. Little bit of space, and have a look at that for a save. Point blank range. Mbali Ndlovu, who's making her debut here, manages to get a really good save out of there. Brilliant work. Will be disappointed in herself for not putting that one away. It was in a really good position as well. You can see the frustration. But brilliant work here from the young goalkeeper, who makes herself big and is looking for a clean sheet, a first clean sheet of the season. Nkarimeng, charging in the middle of the park, manages to find Ngube. Nkarimeng. Now she finds some space down the left-hand channel, and communication maybe just not on that time. Ndwalane finds a little bit of space, finds Villa on the outside there. Just knocking the ball around a little bit at the moment, trying to find some space, trying to get onto the right side of the press. They do well to do so, but unfortunately not quite finding the combinations. Just looking for Akona Mkize. And you can see there Ngobane applying some pressure as Mashishi looks to drive forward. Well, it's a good start so far here for TUT. Managed to get onto the scoreboard twice, courtesy of Nombuso Malesa. They'll look to make it 3 here. They're not scared of scoring goals on this side. They've scored 7 already in their 4 games, taking the tally up to 9 as it stands. Mashish. Lovely work there from Mashish. No. All the way out to Ngube. Lovely touch. Malesa looking for a hat-trick. Just getting in the way on that occasion. Plenty of space in the middle of the park. They need to be careful here. Tries for the 1-2 on that occasion. Doesn't manage to complete the link-up. They've got a chance now to go upfield here through Malesa. Just manages to get herself into the right position so often, does the left winger. Dispossessed and looking for Mabitsela on that occasion, but a little bit too far ahead of the striker. Mashish trying to get that one upfield to what looks like Mfati, who seems to be playing on the right-hand side. Mabitsela down the middle of the park. Malesa on the left. Lovely ball. Tussle at the back there, but Ndo doing really well to be the stronger of the two. Njolo. Good link-ups here at the moment. They need to try and convert possession into results. Just looking to try get onto the wrong side of Ngube. Does Akona Mkize. Ngube pumps on upfield. Plenty of space in the middle of the park, and now the ladies in green have an opportunity just to get the ball moving. And you can just see here slowing the game down. Just a little foul in the middle of the park. It was a good opportunity to get forward. It's a lovely through ball here. Puts it onto the outside of the right boot, but it's brilliantly worked there from Mbali Ndlovu, who manages not only to make the save, but keep it from going to danger. Bit of a fumble, but a foul given. Ndwalane, the captain, will be really happy about that call. Coming out to protect her 6-yard box. A foul given to the goalkeeper. She'll be really happy about that. Possibly a little mistake made there by the skipper. Trying to find some space. Well, the game just slowing down a little bit. Both of these sides have had a decent chance to have a look at each other. They just try and get that one into the area. It looks like Ngarimeng there, who just forces that one out, decides for the safety option. Big throw into the area. Just needing to clear their lines. Only do as well as getting it that far. It's a good opportunity now as Mkize. Mkize tries to put it into a dangerous area, but just unable to do so. Mashish charging forward. She's got plenty of space here as Mashishi. Ntwane can't quite put that one onto the laces and doesn't get the connection she wanted. Plenty of opportunities so far. Both teams having a chance to go forward and really test the goalkeeper. Of course, Bali Ndlovu with that magnificent save early on in the first half, keeping her side in it, keeping that clean sheet alive. It's TUT. They would love a third goal before the half-time break. Of course, Ezemvelo women will want to get themselves back into this game before the half-time break. The touch. Gobe. Dwan. Puts it onto the boot. This is a lovely ball into space, but unfortunately just unable to find the run of Kilebogile Mfati. They'll carry on looking to close this gap here. Will Ezemvelo woman. A little bit of a tussle there at the top of the field as the ladies from Umlazi try and get themselves back into the game. Good touch. Now a bit of space. It's a lovely through ball there. But Mashishi doing really well to get onto the end of that one. Unfortunately, gives it away and now has to get back into defensive mode. Good run now. Onto the byline. And it might be a corner kick here. Indeed it is, says the official in the middle of the park. Lunyile Mhlongo needs to put some quality into the box here. Coach Mapumelo will be much happier with a 2-1 scoreline here in Hammersdale. Mhlongo puts one into the box. That's a delightful ball, but Ndlovu makes herself big. Manages to get 2 fists onto the end of that one. And now there's trouble for Ezemvelo woman. It's a lovely charge forward here. Still on the ball. It was a 50-meter run, but unfortunately couldn't quite put it away there, Mabitsela. Didn't quite have the pace to get that one forward. You can see Mfati wanted the pass to come forward. Well, if you're watching on the Hollywoodbets Super League channel, show your love for your side in the comments. Interact with us on the YouTube page. There's plenty of support. We've seen some support for TUT so far from Optimal Striker. Get in there, show your love for the ladies who need as much support as possible as they enter the last 5 minutes of this half. Limpilo 8-4, 8-7. Also showing some love there for the Ezemvelo woman. Show your positivity. Get in the comments. Show who you're supporting. And let's see who's got the best supporters on the land. Of course, you can also catch us on the SABC Plus app. Download the app and watch all the best action from all these festivals. It's festival number 5 here, week 5 of the Hollywoodbets Super League. And it's already starting to take shape. There's confirmation of the scores. Ezemvelo woman 0, TUT 2, courtesy of 2 goals from Nombuso Malesa. Nombuso Malesa, 2 goals in this game, 3 goals in this competition. She's the top goal scorer for the TUT ladies at the moment. And 2 serious finishes from the number 7 as Mkize gets the ball going forward. Mashishi does some work at the back there as Nkadimeng. Just need to hold on to the ball. There's so much space in the middle of the park. Duan is going to have to fight hard to get the ball back. Njolo that time does the hard work in the middle of the park. Mfati linking up nicely. You can just see the forwards of TUT interchanging as a top three there. Mfati now finds herself on the left-hand side. It looks like Mabitsela down the middle, and of course goal scorer Malesa now playing on the right-hand side, just making it difficult for Ezemvelo to defend and mark their players. Good ball, just trying to catch them off guard there. And a low through ball there for Mfati, who doesn't give chase on that occasion. Of course, plenty of substitutes on the bench will be looking to make an impact onto this game. Both coaches will really be waiting for that half-time break to give some tactical knowledge onto the field. It's been good so far from TUT as Ngobe. Mkize trying to show a little bit of skill, but wasn't quite able to. Ndo. Lovely ball there from Esther Ndo. Finds Mashishi. Charging forward. Mashishi still moving forward. Gets the ball back. Does the right back. But unfortunately gives it away. And now with only 3 defenders back is an opportunity now for Ngobane. Ball given away, and they decide to go all the way back to Ndlovu. They start again and now do TUT. Just trying to find some space on the ball now, or TUT. All the way out to Malesa. Malesa beats a defender and tries to pull it back into Mfati. Needed to give it a little bit more pace behind the pass. The idea was right. Mfati was looking for her first goal of this game. Got herself into a really good position. And you can see the 3 forwards at the top there. A really good unit. Kilebohile Mfati, Nombuso Malesa, as well as Agugu Mabitsela, are definitely going to be looking to create some problems. Well, a little bit of a stoppage in play here as the medics just have a little bit of a look. Doesn't seem to be doing too well at the moment. Or might it be Ngobane there who's gone down? Yenzugutle Ngobane. Of course, the right back, they'll need to make a substitution or get Ngubani back onto the park as quickly as possible, as they defend with 3 at the moment. Lovely work there from Amanda Mkize. Gets it out to Mhlongo. Starting to find their way here as Ezemvelo woman. 3 minutes of additional time is confirmation from the stadium announcer. Of course, one thing people don't realize, a quick reminder if you're watching here on the Hollywoodbets YouTube channel for viewers, that this match is captured by AI-powered camera technology. Without systems like this, many matches at this level simply wouldn't be televised at all. Thanks to AI Sports Africa and the SAFA collaboration for bringing games to supporters that historically would never have been covered. 3 minutes of added on time here in the first half. Ezemvelo women will be looking to try and get themselves right back into this game. TUT will be looking to extend their lead. 2 goals they've got through Malesa. 2 wonderful strikes from the number 7. As Nkarimeng manages to find Njolo. All the way out to Ngobe. Mfati trying to get onto the scoreboard. Nkarimeng there just waiting a little bit too long. Lovely tackle, but the referee doesn't think so. Of course, referee with a much better view from down there than I have. Three minutes of additional time if you've just joined us. The Ezemvelo woman trailing 2 goals to 0 at the moment as Mashish looking to clear her lines. Gets a touch off Ezemvelo as Malesa gets the ball back, trying to thread it through to Mabitsela that time. Still in possession. Ndwane trying to put it into a dangerous area. Goalkeeper comes out, defender clashes with the attacker. And a mess in the middle of the box. Everyone committing their bodies to the ball. Ndwane makes the ball out wide, and it's Malesa who tries to put it into a good position. But you can just see their goalkeeper makes herself big, collides with Yenzokuhle Ngobani. And the medics with a bit of additional work to do. Of course, playing with 10 players at the moment are the Ezemvelo women. That half-time whistle can't come soon enough. And that will be half-time here in Hammersdale at the Mpumalanga Stadium in KZN. Ezemvelo women trailing this game 2 goals to 0. Both goals courtesy of the number 7 Nombuso Malesa, who managed to score 2 fantastic goals in this game to get her side in the clear. A late start, 15 minutes was the delay as TUT's logistics let them down, but a really strong start by the side from the capital. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go too far away as these teams go get themselves a sip of juice. Get yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, and we'll be back for the second half. 45 minutes of action in the first half that brought us 2 goals courtesy of the Tshwane University of Technology Football Club. Of course, Nombuso Malesa was the one who brought us all of that action through 2 absolutely fantastic goals. We now have ourselves 45 more minutes of action. What will that bring us? If you've just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, TUT donning their red and blue, moving from left to right on your screen, and the Ezemvelo woman in the all green, who are currently trailing 2-0 in this encounter to the side from Pretoria. As straight away the action gets going, trying to get the better of each other here, or both of these sides, as Amanda Mkhize manages to find Mhlongo on this occasion. Trying to get some go forward, and you can see the communication just wasn't there from the players. Trying to make the link up, but Ngobe trying to go forward on that near side. Find themselves in the middle of traffic. They might have done well just moving the ball around, finding a little bit of space, as Mhlongo gives that one away. Manages to only run the ball into a red shirt as Nkadimeng. Back on the ball now. Nkadimeng trying to win it back, and TUT might have thought that they won themselves the throw, and that's exactly what I thought. The referee on the pitch there, just overturning the decision. It's a good tackle there from TUT to retain possession, as Njolo needed to use her body to protect the ball. That's brilliant work that time round from Ngubane. Mashish. Plenty of space down this right-hand channel. She's got Mfati, who's now moved on to the right. As I mentioned in the first half, the 3 strikers have the ability just to interchange between each other. Now Mfati on the right-hand side will be looking to use her pace to get that ball into a really good position. Hopefully looking to find Mabitsela or brace scorer Malesa. Estando. Lovely work, Fati there, just putting that into danger's way. She needs to be careful. Anele Douglas right on the top of that one as Nkadimeng finds Ntwane. Mashish. Lovely ball that all the way that time round up to Mabitsela. Mfati just doesn't have the pace on that occasion. Mashish. Nkadimeng looking to thread that one through, unfortunately unable to do so, but they retain possession here, do TUT. Makhotso Mashish. Trying to get back into this game. Of course, it's not over yet as Ngubane finds a bit of space, and now they need to use their pace. Might have done well just to hold on to that one a little bit longer and just allow for the run to make its course. Defending for their lives. They want a clean sheet here, do TUT. Just the one clean sheet for them so far in this comp. Down the left-hand side, they've got plenty of space. And that one just a little bit too close to goalkeeper Mbali Ndlovu, who seems on track here for a clean sheet. Ndlovu. Nkadimeng. Mashish. Lovely work here. Mfati puts it back into the middle of the park. That ball just needed a little bit more power, and they've got an opportunity now through Nkadimeng to go forward. Mfati looks to cut it back in, and it's well defended there from Ezemvelo woman. Brilliant work there, just managing to get into a good position. Ezemvela tries to find Silindile Ngubane, who was indeed waiting for that one. Nonzuzo Buthelezi, of course, looking for a clean sheet here with her skipper Estando. Not the greatest of balls there from Buthelezi. And now all of a sudden Ngubane thought about the shot. Doesn't quite manage to get it off. Only manages to find skipper Estando. Lovely touch there from Malesa. Brace scorer in this game already, searching for her hat-trick. 3 goals in this competition. Just the 5 games. Lovely conversion, of course. 2 of those goals coming in this game. Ntwane. Looking for Mashish. Finds her. Just looking for the connections there. The angle wasn't great. And Mfati unable to keep that one in the middle of the park. Vela. Douglas brings it down but loses out as Ntwane. Charges forward now. Ntwane's got a really good run in the 18 area. Pulls it back to Nkadimeng! Doesn't quite manage to get enough pace and power behind it. Captain Dwalane makes a really good save there to keep her side in it. Now the charge forward is on. They're looking to get back into this game. Ngubane just running out of options, deciding to go back. Mhlongo, dispossessed by Nkadimeng. Could go forward now. There's 3 players in a good position now for Ezemvelo. And they get themselves a corner kick. Mhlongo now. 3 in the box. Villa making it 4. Nice and close to the goalkeeper. 5 it goes now. Amanda Mkize makes her way. Mhlongo with the put-in. Lovely work there. It's loose inside the area. But the referee giving the foul to goalkeeper Mbalindlovu on that occasion, who's protecting that clean sheet with her life at the moment. Well, it's Mhlongo who puts in a delightful ball looking for Anele Douglas. But it's Mbalindlovu who makes herself really big, gets a big left hand onto the end of it, and stops any signs of danger from coming towards her goals. Of course, Mbalindlovu, not the usual goalkeeper. Ndambose Chabaku on the bench at the moment. 1 goal, 1 clean sheet rather in her 4 matches. 10 clean sheets in last year's competition. 7 rather. As TUT give a foul away. They thought that they had the counter-attack. Unfortunately, a foul in a really good position could give Ezemvelo woman an opportunity to come back in this game. The side from Mlazi not too far away from here. Always an advantage for sides not to have to travel too far. And of course, the Ezemvelo woman didn't have to come too far to the Mpumalanga Stadium. Here in Hammersdale, of course. Don't be confused by that in KZN. Villa cuts across really nicely. Has a second opportunity, but can't quite bring it under control. And now it's Nkadimeng. Pushes it forward and maybe thought that she could catch Zintle Ndwalane off her line on that occasion, but the captain with a little bit too much experience as Akone Mkhize. Bit of footwork. Finds Amanda Mkhize. Amanda Mkhize can put this into a really good position. Tries the shot, but unable to get that one on target. Well, Ezemvelo women just starting to find their feet a little bit here. Amanda Mkhize trying to put that into a good position. There's the shot, and just unable to keep that one under control. As they try and start it from the back. Ndo. Ndlovu. Buthelezi. Decides to go back, does Nonzuzo Buthelezi. Mbali Ndlovu needs to be careful there. Needs to try and get her foot right through the end of that one. As Ndo. Just short of a bit of ball pace at the moment, TUT. Need to make sure that they pass with power, pass with integrity, as Nkadimeng finds Mfati, who cuts back inside, and now Mfati in a really good position. She had two options, that Kilebohile Mfati. One was to put it onto that far post. The other was to cut back inside to Mabitsela. Mabitsela looked to be in an offside position, so probably the right call there from Kilebohile Mfati, who just doesn't manage to get it onto the inside of that far post. But a really good effort here from a TUT, who are trying to get their third goal in this match. Only once. They're yet to break the 2-goal barrier so far in this competition. 2 goals against Ramatlautle ladies and 2 goals against the City lads. They're looking to get their first 3-goal thriller in the comp, as a shot comes off, and is it offside? Doesn't seem to be so. There was a shot there from Palisa Ntsholo. Who just unfortunately didn't have enough power behind that one. Looking to score a screamer. Low drive into the middle of the park. It's dealt with there by Ngobe. Not Ngobe, who's had a good game at left half. He's had a bit of a tussle there with Akone Mkhize and Amanda Mkhize, but has done well to keep the 2 fiery wingers out. Mfati does well to keep it in field. It's the right idea there. Saw the run that time round from Mabitsela. Mashish. Goes into a bit of trouble. Mhlongo tries to get on to the end of that one, but cleared away nicely. Njolo. All the way out to Buthelezi. Buthelezi with a lovely ball, delightful ball there for Malesa to try and chase down. Njolo. Mashish. Options are on there, just trying to get up and over the defenders. But Ndwalane comes out nice and quickly, gives it there to Mhlongo, who Just finds herself in a little bit of trouble, doesn't Mhlongo? "30 minutes left in this game. It's about that time of the game where we see a couple of substitutions. A couple of game changers are making their way onto the park to try and add some fresh legs and indeed try and change the game. Having a look, trying to find some space. Goal kick is the call from the referee. They were convinced with TUT that they might just have had the corner. Well, we've seen plenty happen in the World Cup. 2-0 lead doesn't seem to be enough on most occasions. Of course, the Egypt men giving away that 2-0 lead against France. Senegal giving it away to England. Lovely touch. Putting together a couple of passes as Ezemvelo goes to ground. It's a tackle there by Nkadimeng, who unfortunately gets herself into the referee's bad books. And will have to be careful in this game, Nkadimeng. Holds the middle of the park. I'm sure it won't be her first nor her last tackle. Coach Lebogang Radebe might have to make a change there. Egypt coming back against Argentina, my apologies. Concentrating on the Morocco-France game that happened not too long ago. As Ezemvelo woman, lovely stuff, starting to show exactly what they can put together. Lovely flick on. There's confirmation of the yellow card for Nkadimeng, as Njolo puts that one into touch, decides to go safety first. Duane decides for safety on this occasion. Doing well at the moment. Ngobe on that occasion puts a head to it and finds the touchline as Amanda Mkize. It's a good ball into the penalty area. Right on top of the penalty spot, but it's Mashishi who does well there. Mfati showing a little bit of flair. They just need to keep getting go forward ball here to TUT. Mabitsela that time round. Just ushering that ball out. Mashish. Nothing to it, says the referee on that occasion. Looks like Mvila who went down on that time. Sipesihle Mvila. The left backs had a good game so far. Made a couple of charges upfield. Fortunately unable to assist in a goal for her side. Managed to score 4 goals in last year's competition. So definitely knows how to find the back of the net. Villa. Still yet to see a substitution, or an impact player rather. Amanda Mkize. Just having to fight off Nkadimeng at the moment. Can Ezemvelo women work their way back into this game? As I mentioned, TUT yet to score more than 2 goals in a match. So if the Ezemvelo women can claw their way back into this game, they might just have the side from Pretoria on the ropes. In saying that, Ezemvelo women yet to score more than 1 goal in a match. Just being put under pressure that time round does Ngubane. They've conceded 2 goals in their first 3 games, 2 goals apiece. Of course, against JVW, Ramatlaute Ladies and UJ. Interestingly enough, they haven't conceded more than 2 goals and haven't conceded less either. Nkarimeng gets the ball from Mashishi. It was a good opportunity to go forward, but unfortunately not bringing that one under control. Buthelezi decides to go back to Ndlovu. No. Buthelezi. The 2 centre-backs will be happy with the scoreline so far. Jolo looking to come collect the ball in the middle of the field. Villa making herself big there, just trying to get ahead to the ball there. She does well to do so. Mashish, back to Buthelezi. Captain Estendo. Mashish. Buthelezi clears her lines there. Mashish on the right-hand side would have wanted the ball. Opportunity just to slow things down a little bit here for TUT as Ndwane gets onto the ball. Ndwane. Lovely ball, had a bit of distance on it. Fighting for the ball is Ngubane. Mhlongo. Go forward ball now for TUT. It's Mabitsela on it. Ndwane. Ndwane has a strike and isn't quite got enough power on the end of that one. There's confirmation of the score. Ezemvelo women trailing by 2 to TUT at the moment. Goals courtesy of Malesa. Both of those in the first half. She's got herself a brace at the moment. 3 in the competition. No. Finds Njol. This is good work here at the moment. Ngobe. As I say, that ball just rolling forward. Ndwalane. "22 minutes left in this encounter. 2 goals separate the 2 teams at the moment. Mhlongo. Mhlongo gets up well there. Now's the goal scorer, Malesa. Puts it into a beautiful area there for Mfati, who just can't get to the ball before Ndwalane. Mashish does well to step in front of that one. Reads the play well, gets in front of the ball quickly. Mashish. Could be a handball there. Nothing does it, says the referee. As Ngubane once again trying to go forward. That's a lovely boot there from Buthelezi. Bit of a scrap in the middle of the field. As Mfati. Ball into the penalty area. Who's got the last touch off that one? As the referee says it's a TUT touch. Slow second half so far, both goals coming in the first. Of course, TUT in the stronger of the positions at the moment. They find themselves 2-0 in the clear. Jolo just making a nuisance of herself at the moment, trying to slow things down, not allow the Ezemvelo woman an opportunity to go forward. Villa once again finds herself in the wars. She's down at the moment. So Ezemvelo defending with 3. Mfati doesn't quite manage to find the pass, looking for Malesa. Lovely footwork. Now they've got a chance to go forward, and Villa still down. Oh, this is not what they're going to want. One of their star players in CPC, Ezemvelo, seems to have found herself in the wars. Oh, here we go. That's a lovely free kick put into a good position, but making herself nice and big does Mbali Ndlovu on that time. Manages to get a big left boot onto the end of that one. And once again, it's the Ezemvelo women who have created plenty of opportunity. None, unfortunately, that could find the back of the net so far in this game. But still plenty of football to be played. Wow. Seems to be a player just hobbling on this near side. Might well be Mvila. Apologies, Sipesihle Mvila, who might just be making her way off the park. Doesn't look too comfortable at the moment. Might just be an ankle or a knee. Play gets back underway here by the referee. Good work to get a big head on to the end of that one. Now Mfati finds herself in a good position, cuts it back in field, and players just not in the right position. Dwane tries on the left foot and doesn't get the connection she would have wanted. TUT raising the alarm bells here for Ezemvelo woman. Mfati driving from that right-hand side, trying to cut it back in field. It's a lovely touch there from the defenses of Ezemvelo woman. Trying to get that third goal. As I mentioned, haven't got more than 3 goals in this competition so far. Of course, Ezemvelo woman not conceding more than 3 goals so far, but struggling to get past the 1 goal mark as Ngobani. Lovely low link-ups. It's Douglas. Good 1-2 here from Ezemvelo woman, showing why they won the 2024 KZN SAFA League competition. Ezemvelo makes her way back onto the park. Bit of magic spray being applied to that ankle, it may seem. Charging now is Akon Keys. Just under pressure at the moment. Maybe a lack of communication. Silindi Lengobani just trying to put the defenses of TUT under a bit of pressure. As Ezemvelo woman once again look to charge forward. Ngobani unable to collect. Douglas. Managed to hurt herself as Douglas. Dwane shows a bit of sportsmanship and just puts that one out of play. Mashish. Buthelezi. Back to Mashish. Tries to find Ntwane. Only managing to get to Fati, who puts the pass through, and Ntwane just doesn't have enough power on the end of that one. The referee's going to have to make a decision on that far side and decides that Ngubane was a little bit too far ahead. Just trying to use every little bit of advantage at the moment is Silindile Ngubane. Just trying the 1-2 on that occasion, unable to execute. Ngubane seems to be all over the park at the moment, just showing her versatility, playing in the midfield, playing up front as well. Free kick now. We've seen what Mhlongo can do. 5 in the 18 area. Mhlongo's going to be looking for a green head here. Mhlongo decides to go for goal. It's a well-worked ball there in a dangerous area, but Mbali Ndlovu showing some really good strength. Good flick on. Now here's an opportunity as Malesa shows some strength. Has the option to go back, does the goal scorer. Lovely touch from Mfati. Combining well in the middle of the park now at TUT. Ngadimeng. It's a good tackle being put in there. Just trying to find a little bit of space now, Ezemvelo, who give the ball away. Mfati now trying to thread it through that time round for Malesa. And it looks like some changes to be made here in this game. Let's have a little look back at this moment of magic. It's a lovely win there from Ntwane, who manages to find Malesa. Just combining with Mfati, gets the ball up to goal scorer Malesa, who's looking for a hat-trick at the moment. Well, a substitute just being made here. It's about that time of the game. It's really the business end of the game. A couple of substitutions will be made, looking to add some fire to the game, looking to change the game. In rugby terms, they call it the bomb squad. Just 12 minutes of hard running here from the substitutes. We'll get confirmation of those subs in a little bit. Mashish. Mashish tries to put it into the penalty area. They want to get the ball upfield here, do the Ezemvelo woman. Plenty of space in midfield. Mfati fighting in the middle of the park. Ndlovu. Slowing the game right down here at the moment. They want Ezemvelo women to do all the hard work. 10 minutes to try and get themselves 2 goals. A really hard task here for a side that's struggled to get past the 1 goal mark on a couple of occasions. Now just driving forward. Well, confirmation of those substitute. Amanda Mkize wearing the number 11 makes her way onto the park. Akona Mkize will play no further part in this game. For TUT, Ramana comes on to the park, takes off number 7, takes off number 35, Mpo Nkarimeng, who was on a yellow card already. Number 7, brace goal scorer Nombuso Malesa also plays no further part in this game after managing to get herself 2 goals in this game. Mokhaichi Ramana will fill that gap in the forwards. And of course, Bonolo Poshoko will come into the middle of the park for Mpo Nkarimeng, wearing the number 17 jersey. So it will be important to see if the substitutes can make their presence heard on this game. Or make their presence known, rather, as they come on with some fresh legs. 10 minutes to run nice and hard and possibly put this game to bed. Eight minutes plus a little bit of tax to be played in this game. Will we see anything out of the usual? 2 goals in this game. 2 goals coming from the first half as Ngubane threads it through now to Mvila. Mvila decides to go for that near post, but unable to beat Mbali Ndlovu, who covers that near post well and looks like she's well on her way to her first clean sheet of this competition. Hasn't had too much to do, Mbali Ndlovu, but what she's had to do, she's done it really well as Mfati slides it through to Ndwane. Ndwane in a good position! Ndwane puts it on the right boot and makes absolutely no mistake, beating Ndwalani on the near post. It's a moment of brilliance. The ball from Mfati was spectacular. Ndwane eyes that near post out and gets it into the middle of goalkeeper and post for TUT's 3rd goal of this competition. Ndwane manages to get her 2nd of the Hollywoodbets Super League. TUT managed to break that 2-goal barrier for the first time in 5 games as they go 3-0 up. And Ezemvelo women, who haven't conceded more than 3 goals in their last 4 games, for the first time find themselves trailing by a deficit of 3. Absolutely brilliant. Sibongile Ndwane, a senior player in the side, shows her seniority. Knocks it into the back of the net and makes no mistake to get TUT's 3rd. Cruising at the moment are the Matatsansa ladies. I mentioned a couple of substitutions making their way on the park. Well, it's the two players who have played the last 85 minutes who link up to get TUT's third. And TUT at the moment will be doing really well to compete. Lovely ball, goal scorer Ntwane now, who's got a bit of a spring in her step. Controlling the middle of the park. Njolo, Ntwane, back to Njolo. Here we go, here we go. Diski at its finest. As Buthelezi finds Poshoko. The substitute who took Mpong Kadimeng off the park. Bonolo Pashoko. Here we go. Estando showing some flair. Ndlovu getting into the action. Everyone wants a little bit of Buthelezi. Ndlovu. Wow, now here comes some trouble. Opportunity for the substitute. And Estando with a beautiful tackle. Amanda Mkhize thought she was through, but wasn't going to beat the experience of Estando. There it goes. It's a lovely chest trap to put it into the path of Amanda Mkhize. But Estando makes her way across the field to cut that opportunity for Ezemvelo women to get themselves a consolation. Low drive. Need to clear their lines. That's exactly what they do, TUT. Maybe a lapse in concentration from the ladies from the capital as they get themselves a goal kick. Villa seems to have shaken off that earlier injury. Buthelezi links up with Ndo, who finds Mashishi, or at least was looking for Mashishi. Buthelezi. Three minutes plus added on. Mkhize. Mhlongo with the touch. Tries the shot from range. Wasn't the worst strike in the world. Unfortunately, just not on target. Well, there's a couple of substitutes being made by TUT. Letabo Ledwaba makes her way onto the park for Sibongile Ntwane, who of course has scored the third goal for TUT. Mpo Okhatseng donning the number 10 will take off, and Jolon Ngobani with the shot, and an even better save from Ndlovu. As TUT stay in this game, Ndlovu looking for a clean sheet, and she might well get it with this kind of effort. It's a lovely steal there from Mkhize. Ngobani beats the defender, puts it on the right boot, and Ndlovu gets two hands onto the end of it. And they have to make sure they keep concentrating in this game. Brilliant. Just brilliant here from Mbali Ndlovu, who might be called into action once again, and indeed she is. Might be a contender for player of the match at this stage. Goalkeeper who's kept a clean sheet in her first start of the competition. Kept her side in the game and made sure that it's really comfortable throughout the game for her team. Opportunity now to go forward here for TUT. Letabo Ledwaba with her first contribution to the game, unfortunately losing out. Two Amanda Mkhize on the park at the moment. We'll try our best not to confuse you too much. Of course, on the left-hand side, Amanda Mkhize wearing the number 11, and on the right-hand side wearing number 3, Amanda Mkhize. Ledwaba. Ledwaba decides to go from range. Putting together a couple of passes as Amanda Mkhize. Wow, there's going to be trouble now. Trouble here for Ngobe, who just raises a boot dangerously, does the left back, Nokolo Ngobe. And she manages to get herself into the referee's naughty books. Caution for the left back means she just needs to be a little bit more careful. Just starting to get a little bit scrappy in this game. Both of these sides need to pull it back towards themselves. Of course, a long season to go here. 14 games in the group stage, or at least the league stage. 5 played so far for both of these sides at the end of this encounter. Ezemvelo charging forward. She's been really dangerous as the number 14. Gets it back, trying for a little bit of trickery as Mashishi. Goes out to Mabitsela. Well, the referee had to have a little think about that one before going to a pocket and awards a yellow card. Yellow card might have been given to Mvila. Both left backs in this game with a caution. Both Mvila as well as Ngobe. Just raising an arm up dangerously there, I think, says the referee. As Ledwaba stands over the ball. Mashishi just making sure that her teammate is all right. Well, let's have a little look at that again here. It's a real tussle. This was the opportunity a little bit earlier. Ngobani there does so well to beat a defender. Puts it onto the right boot, but Mbali Ndlovu does even better to get in the way of that one and make sure that her side maintains a clean sheet in this encounter. Well, Medic doing their job here at the moment. So we have a little look here. This is threaded through here. Just managing to take that extra touch. Change of direction. Goalkeeper wrong-footed. And Sibongile Ntwane makes absolutely no mistake on the right boot. Takes the goalkeeper on her inside post. and managing to get it past for her second of the competition, first of the game, and TUT's third. As we get things right back underway. That's all she wrote here in this encounter between the Ezemvelo woman and the Tshwane University of Technology. 3-0 is how it ends in this game. Dominant display by a team that arrived late to the ground. We started 15 minutes late, but it was a goal in the first 5 minutes by Nombuso Malesa that got the side from the capital in the lead. A brace by the number 7 made it 2-0 early on in the first half. But it was that goal by Sibongile Ntwane that really put the game away. TUT, for the first time in this competition, managed to score more than 3 goals in a game. Ezemvelo, for the first time, concede more than 3. It's been an absolutely brilliant game between these two sides. There's confirmation of the final score as TUT make their way towards the top of the Superized division of the Hollywoodbets Super League right here at the Mpumalanga Stadium in Hammersdale, KZN. Just having a little look at the stats here. Confirmation 3-0 was the end of the game. Physical game with 3 fouls to TUT and 11 fouls rather against TUT and 8 fouls against Ezemvelo woman. Just the 1 corner for TUT, plenty of corners for Ezemvelo. 3 offsides as the Ezemvelo woman tried to sneak in behind the defenses of the TUT ladies, mainly through Silindile Ngobane. Couple of cards awarded there to the TUT ladies, mainly to Nokolo Ngube as well as Mpho Nkarimeng. Just the 1 awarded to the Ezemvelo woman. It was Sipesihle Villa who managed to get that card. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure bringing this game to you. There's plenty of action to go, not just today, but plenty of action tomorrow. It's been a pleasure. My name's Manny Sakhale, and we'll catch you on the other side.